understand that someone's died here, and I understand the circumstances. And there are some mitigating factors on those circumstances, which I know you know. How much time is too much time for this gentleman? I urge you not to go over the guidelines. I urge you that you have guidelines that now would allow you to sentence him even to less than 15 years. All right? I'm asking you to be fair. I'm asking you to consider the fact that in light of the letters of these family members and friends, that this man is salvageable. Thank you.
Mr. Jaber, is there anything that you wish to say to the court?
No, thank you.
The court is going to give Mr. Jaber his appellate rights prior to the court imposing sentence. Mr. Jaber, you have the right to file a claim of appeal regarding your conviction and sentence. If you wish to do so, you can do so within 42 days. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, the court will appoint an attorney and furnish the attorney with portions of the transcript and record necessary to handle your appeal. This request must be made within 42 days. The court has received letters, a number of letters from the family of Mr. Jaber. The court did review all of those letters. The court has also reviewed the pre-sentence report. The court takes those into consideration along with the victim impact statements, as well as the testimony elicited at trial and the exhibits admitted. While the jury has spoken in this case, the court respects the jury's verdict. The court doesn't agree with it. This court believes that, Mr. Jaber, you had time to reflect on your actions and to formulate how you will proceed. Mr. Jaber, not only did you interject yourself into an argument that Mr. Roberts was having with someone else, you invited Mr. Roberts to stick around so that you could further whatever was going on there. You came from a place of safety. And prior to doing that, you invited Mr. Roberts back behind bulletproof glass twice. Once you exited from behind the bulletproof glass, you sprayed Mr. Roberts in the face, and then you shot him with another person in very close proximity to you. So much so that when she testified, and we also saw it in the video, she had to say, hey, I'm right here. You could have shot her as well. And then when the court reviews the pre-sentence report, the court finds out that you did not spray Mr. Roberts with mace. You sprayed him with dog repellent. You did not see the humanity in Mr. Roberts. The court believes that your actions were egregious and they were avoidable. The first thing that you did after you shot Mr. Roberts, you lied about what you did to the other person that was in the gas station. You told her that the gun wasn't blank. You then picked up the bullet, walked back, and tried to flush it. You did not call for assistance for Mr. Roberts. You first watched the video in the gas station so that you could get your story together. You didn't see the humanity in Mr. Roberts. The court is going to depart from the guidelines. The court is going to go above the guidelines for the reasons that the court has stated on the record. I believe that your behavior was egregious. I do not believe that you show any remorse. You took the stand in this case. And when you were, and I reviewed your testimony. I had the transcript. I reviewed it. And when you were asked what you could do different, your response was that you wouldn't come to work that day. Not that you would not shoot a person after spraying them with dog repellent. Mr. Jaber, it is the sentence of this court that you will be sentenced to count two felony firearms, 2 years, which is the mandatory 2 years. You will receive 572 days credit. Your sentence for count 2 will be preceding and concurrent to your sentence for count 1, which is homicide, murder in the second degree. The statutory maximum penalty is life. The court will sentence you to 420 months to 600 months in the Michigan Department of Corrections. You must pay a crime victim assessment in the amount of $130. You must pay court costs in the amount of $1,300. You must pay $136 state costs, and you must comply with DNA testing and pay a $60 fee. That is the sentence of this court. Consecutive, proceeding and consecutive to for count 1 and count 2. That is the court's sentence. Is there anything further for the record?
Not from the people, Your Honor. Thank you.
No, thank you, Judge.
Thank you, We're adjourned.